Oh, they got the blacktop bully out of they got him out of jail. Hmm. Oh, this is leading. Do they have? Okay, this is not leading up to that the truck match.
Yeah, it is the next month, but this isn't the match.
This isn't the match, right?
No, it
No,
happens uncensored.
right.
This is the match that gets us there, I guess. Hey, you know, rumor and innuendo is
Uh-huh.
that this is the show where Bobby Heenan maybe had imbibed. Is that right?
Uh,
Allegedly.
overserved, maybe. Is that what you're
Yes.
saying?
Yes.
I've worked with Heenan so many times. Here comes the real Ming. It's kind of hard for me to tell. But he did have. We were in Baltimore one time, he and I, and he had a little bit too much.
Mm.
I'm not so sure this is the show. And of course, the famous one is Road Wild or Hog Wild, one of those
Yes,
two.
the outdoor one. Yeah.
But he was here too. Not necessarily here, but uh, yeah, this could be it. But we powered through it, right?
Let me ask you, on a show like this where they did the main event live as like the pre-show, I know that's supposed to be a fun idea as to, let's do a pay-per-view pre-show.
And you're talking about the show called The Main Event.
Yeah, so it was
Yeah,
called the main event
right,
and you could watch it, and then immediately when the show was finished, the pay-per-view would start.
right.
So it was a last minute infomercial, if you will, to sell
Okay.
pay-per-views, but you would have matches on there as well. Was that an added burden on you and production when you did it like that? Because now you had to do a TV show and a pay-per-view, or was it just a longer day and there was really nothing else to it?
Yeah, just a longer day, nothing else to it. Everything
Okay.
was in place, right? Uh, and yeah, there was nothing to it except making sure the show timed out to where the pay per view started. So there was nothing to that. It was okay. And of course, it's kind of the forerunner of the pregame shows we see now, right?
Yeah, the 0 hours and
You're
whatnot.
right. Yeah, absolutely. Which
Speaking
is
of which, we got one of those coming up, don't we? Where's the next pay-per-view at? Where's Revolution?
Los Angeles, March 9th.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, in the Lakers arena, by the way. By the way, where Luca plays.
Oh, yeah. Well, who gives a
Wow.
shit? This ain't a
I
basketball
don't. I
podcast.
don't exactly.
Do you think they talk about us over there?
No, they don't.
There you go.
There you
I'm
go.
glad,
Fuck.
I'm glad that's my stance on all this.
Uh-huh.
Me personally.
Yeah.
Man, what'd you think of this version of Haku? I love it. The mobster Haku. I mean, he looks like
Yeah.
he's right out of a movie. Like he could have been the heavy in a Bruce Willis movie.
This was the Haku I would have had if if I'm Eric Bischoff and I'm running the company.
Yeah, he's in
This
the
is
room with you.
this is a Haku's in the room with me all the time.
Yes.
Not saying anything, just being in the room with him all the time.
Yeah.
Because
You wish a motherfucker would.
his reputation preceded him.
Yes.
Nobody fucked with him. Hell, I bet you nobody would fuck with him today.
That's right.
Yeah.
There ain't no doubt of that.
Yeah. How about Barry Darso?
How about it, man? I don't know if you saw, but he and Bill Eadie finally signed a Legends deal with WWE. So there's rumors that if not this year, certainly next year, you got to think they're going in the Hall of Fame. A lot of fans have wanted it for a long, long time, but Eadie had sort of a hokey pokey relationship with WWE. A lawsuit settled many years ago, and this was a lot of bitter, hurt feelings. But maybe those left when Vince did. What do you think about the idea of Demolition being in the WWE Hall of Fame? Are you for it?
Absolutely. It's a crime they're not in it already.
Yes.
See, and that's what pisses me off about that Hall of Fame. If you deserve to be in the Hall of Fame, I guess it happens with every Hall of Fame, right? I guess the Baseball Hall of Fame, football, whatever. There's always people that are against you because they don't like you or they had a problem with you, even though you may have deserved it. And that's what I had a problem with the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Why did it take Kiss so long to get into the fucking Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Can somebody answer that? No. Thank God the Cars got in. They should have been in a long time ago as well. I know that happened a long time ago when the Cars got in, but I just, loving rock and roll like I do, I look at that Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and I'm thinking, are you out of your fucking mind? So I look at the WWE Hall of Fame sometimes, and knowing that Axe and Smash are not in there, I'm thinking, are you guys out of your fucking mind? So, yeah, they should be in there.
So you're telling us how much you love rock and roll.
I do.
Tell us about how much you love rock and roll.
I love rock and roll.
Oh,
Put another wrong in it, baby.
okay. I didn't know we were doing all this.
And do you know who maybe is the most underrated singer ever in rock and roll?
Harley Cameron. Oh, who?
Well, yeah. I'm sorry, I got Harley Cameron on the brain now.
Yeah,
I can't focus.
me neither.
Mm-hmm. Paul Rogers of Bad Company.
Oh, the man.
The man. I was Chris Jericho and I have a lot of rock and roll conversations, or plenty of rock and roll conversations. I like this hockey fight we got going on right now.
I love Dustin's jacket.
I do too.
Why is that such a cool, iconic piece of gear for him? I mean, he posted a picture of him wearing it this week, maybe even earlier today on Twitter. And I was like, dude, why is it such a cool jacket?
Why doesn't he wear it now?
I think he probably will for his last match. I mean, people are saying online that he did an interview. I didn't hear the interview, but I saw someone recap an interview where he said he'd like to get the rights to his WCW theme song, that he wanted to use that one last time. And I think if his last match, if he came out as the natural, since he started as the natural, if he finished as the natural and wore that jacket and came out to that song, that'd be fucking badass, man.
Yes.
I'd be there for that. I don't give a shit where that is. I want to be in the building.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Have a lot of fun with Dustin now. Dustin is as it's well documented. I know I'm probably not saying anything that most fans don't know, but Dustin pulled himself up by his bootstraps, so to speak,
Yeah, he did.
and just redid his life. Which, if you've heard stories about other people, it's not easy to do. Not
Right.
everybody can do it. It just shows you the determination and
The grit.
the grit. And his dog went to the. Did you know that?
Westminster. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I've got a picture of it in here somewhere.
How crazy is that, dude?
Yeah.
Hey, while
Yeah.
you're looking for that picture, I think we've got a video to share of maybe what you did down in Australia.
Everybody. That's what she said. I'm here. And then she's like, I'm bringing this one. This is that water
There you go, fuzzy bear.
Oh, it really does. Yeah, that's right.
I've worked with Taz. I know about short things.
Little shade in there?
Lois doesn't hug me like that.
So does Lois know that you gave her chlamydia?
It's funny. They had first of all, let me explain. I think most of you know this by now. If you follow AEW and what's going on social media, we were guests of the Irwins. Steve Irwin, the crocodile hunter, built this basically zoo in Australia. It's called the Australia Zoo. It's outside of Brisbane, about an hour outside of Brisbane, and we had a private tour. And I don't know if you noticed, there was a guy with a snake, and you could hold the snake, which I didn't. And you could hold turtles and lizards and koalas, and they took us back to there is they have a hospital in the back for wild animals, which is incredible, for sea turtles and koalas, and they have a koala chlamydia wing. Okay.
Oh, goddamn.
Yes, it is. And it was just absolute wonderful time. Saw big motherfucking badass crocodiles. I'm talking about badass. And saw wombats and obviously fed some kangaroos and just good stuff. It was
Can
fun.
you imagine if I played this tape of what you just said to the 2017 you? You wouldn't even believe what you just said.
What did I say?
Well, just that you went and I mean, the idea that back in 2017, you'd be saying, "Oh, last week in Australia, I held this and I did this and
Right. Yeah.
this." I saw. I mean, it's such a surreal.
Yeah.
Like you realize that wrestling took you to Australia and afforded you the opportunity to get chlamydia in the cutest way possible.
Yeah.
That's so cool.